Hello and welcome. My name is Carrie. I'm the Happy Witch, and this is Wednesday's Witchy Wisdom. Give me just a second. Let me pin our topic for tonight. All right, great. So I was thinking, what should I talk about? And it hit me. Tomorrow is Halloween. So let's talk about Halloween. Why do we celebrate it? Where did it come from? So I did some research, and all of the information that I found is from a website called the Circle of the Sacred Muse. And this is what I found, which some of I already knew, but this goes into a lot more detail, and it was pretty cool. So, Halloween, as we know it, started some 2,000 years ago when Celtic people celebrated the start of a new year in a festival called Samhain. Now, you'll see this spelled out, and it looks like it's Samhain, Samhain, but it is pronounced Samhain, Sowin, or some variances of that. I'm probably screwing it up still. Anyway, Samhain is no doubt the most important, though least understood, of the ancient Celtic festivals. It marks the end of the third and final harvest. It is a day to commune with, honor, and remember the dead, and a celebration of the eternal cycle of rebirth. With the day after Samhain being the official day of the Celtic New Year, it is a time for both beginnings and endings. It is a time to come to terms with death, something many of us find very difficult. This may not be physical death of the body, but of other things which we have lost during the year: relationships, jobs, material wealth, and so forth. If you're familiar with astrology, Samhain takes place during the astrological sign of Scorpio, which is ruled by the element of water. Water transforms and changes. It washes away pain and sadness, and Samhain is a good time to let go of the past hurts and wrongs. It is a time of endings, a time of transition and change, and a time to look to the future. Samhain is a day that's not really a day, a time that is not really a time, because it's really outside of the year. This is why divination is so common on this night. It is a good time for contacting spirit guides and our ancestors. It is important, however, to remember that only voluntary communications should be expected and hoped for. The presence of the departed is never commanded. The spirits of the dead are, however, invited to attend the Sabbath ritual and be present in the circle. Samhain is known to most people as Halloween, a contraction of the words hallowed evening. It retains much of the original form and meaning it had long ago in Celtic lands, despite the efforts of the church to turn it into an observance of feasting and prayer for their vast pantheon of saints. It was named the Eve of All Saints, or All Hallows Eve, which precedes All Saints' Day. But even after all this effort, so much Samhain lore and practice remained within the popular culture that the church finally diabolized it into a night boiling with evil spirits. When they did this, they began a successful campaign of fear among Christians concerning Samhain. Unfortunately, the idea of a night of unleashed evil took hold in the collective mind through these terrors that have absolutely nothing to do with the original meaning of the holiday. Samhain is not and never was associated with evil or negativity. It has always been a time to reaffirm our belief in the oneness of all spirits and in our firm resolution that physical death is not the final act of existence. Though death is very much a part of Samhain's symbolism, the Sabbath also celebrates the triumph of life over death. The idea that evil spirits walk the earth at Samhain is a misinterpretation of the belief that the veil of consciousness, which separates the land of the living from the land of the dead, is at its thinnest on this night. Samhain night exists between the worlds, and this is also the reason that Samhain is said to be one of the best nights to see fairies. To the ancient Celts, the fairy world was a real place, a magical other world or time outside of time, made up of a race of gifted people. All Celts have fairy blood, even today. Everything we take part in on Samhain appeals to a sense of mystery and magic. Albert Einstein once wrote, "The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion which stands at the cradle of all true art and science." Witches have known this to be true, for it is only when we see the world as mysterious, awe-inspiring, and magical place that we will be curious about what makes it tick. At Samhain, enchantment lights the fire of science with a beautiful glow of wonder and surprise, for on this night there is truly magic in the air. Samhain is a farewell celebration. It is a time to look back over the year and review all that has happened. At this time, you should remember and enjoy the memories of the good times that made you smile and laugh, as well as remember the lessons learned from those times that brought forth tears of sadness or disappointment. It is a time to go within, a time to come to know yourself. Samhain is a time to celebrate the growth you have realized over the last cycle and wave goodbye to all that was in preparation for all that will be. So now you know where what we now celebrate as Halloween truly came from. I hope you enjoyed this information. Until next week, Sat Nam and Namaste.